I got tickled.
Unless.
Yeah, made a motion, an amended motion was made. A
one.
further amended motion was made by Wendy Green.
You got a microphone.
What she said was, let's finish this off.
Here, you don't got to draw
That
that.
was funny.
There you go.
Mr. Long Arms.
It came in handy this one time.
Is what we're waiting to get.
Ready. Good evening and welcome to the Board of Directors meeting for Piedmont Community Charter School, January 16th, 2024. Piedmont Community Charter School is a tuition-free K-12 school that offers a superior college preparatory education option for this community and its families. We will now take a moment of silence. Thank you. Item number 3 on the agenda is public comment. Has anyone signed up for a public comment?
No, sir.
Thank you. Item number 4, awards and recognition.
All right, we have 2 items to be excited about. Congratulations to the PCCS varsity boys basketball team who won the Bud Black Dennis Tate Holiday Classic Tournament. Senior Bobby Irwin won tournament MVP. We are very proud of them.
Wow.
And this all happened during Christmas break, so proud of them for playing during Christmas break. Piedmont's elementary campus Patriot Singers were awarded Best School Musical Entry by the Keep Gastonia Beautiful Incorporated judges of the JC's Gastonia Christmas Parade, and we're very proud of them.
All right. I think we have one more item on that, which is today, or we are approaching the 22nd anniversary of Ms. Killen's tenure here, and we thank you very much.
It is my honor to serve here.
Item number 5 on the agenda is approval of previous minutes. You should have the November 21st meeting minutes in front of you, along with December 12th special meeting. Is there, everybody have a chance to look at that? Is there any comment or correction? Hearing none, I'll hear a motion.
I move that we approve the November 21st Board of Directors minute meetings as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second on the November meeting minutes. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion's, any opposed? Motion's unanimous. We hear a motion on the December 12th meeting minutes.
Make a motion to approve the December 12th meeting minutes.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion's unanimous. Item number 6A on the agenda is the Treasurer and Finance Committee report. And I think we have 2 months of budget reports to go over since we didn't have a regular meeting in December.
Yes, we do. So I'm going to start with the November meeting, or November budget report, excuse me. So this is as of November 30th of 2023, starting with the revenue line. Total state revenue, $1,123,020. Total local revenue, $733,769.33. Total federal revenue, $452,467.24. Brings total revenue for the month $2,309,256.57. Against total expenses of $1,548,857.55. Leaves us with a net surplus $760,399.02. Add in our other income from our investment account. A good month, $160,482.96. leaves us with a net surplus of $920,881.98. Any question on the November budget report? Okay. I'm going to move on to the November surplus and cash report. Operating account at Truist, $3,028,618.23. Student activities account, $91,758.63. The investment account, $2,532,831.08. Petty cash of $1,000 leaves us with total cash $5,654,207.94. Anticipated cash position, 6/30/2023, $6,887,547. Current year budgeted surplus of $936,627.93, less fund balance appropriations of $1,100,000, leaves us expected cash and investments on hand of 6/30/2024, $6,724,174.93, less the investment account of $2,532,831.08, leaves us with expected cash available 6/30/2024, $4,191,343.85. Our U.S. bank accounts, the ending balances on 11/30 on the far right. The bond fund, $896,088.75. The debt service reserve fund of $1,794,037.60. Leaves us with total bond proceeds at U.S. Bank, $2,690,126.35. Any questions on the surplus and cash report for November? All right, I'm going to jump into December budget report. So the month-to-date activity here, total state revenue, $1,262,370.03. Total local revenue of $48,195.70. Total federal revenue, $131,521.60. Total fund balance appropriation, $18,600, leaves us total revenue of $1,460,687.33, against total expenses of $1,361,309.78. Leaves us with a net surplus of $99,377.55. Another good month. For the investment account, $116,178.23. Leaves us with a net surplus for the month, $215,555.78. Questions on the December budget report? Okay, December surplus and cash report. Operating account, $2,935,262.27. Student activity account, $87,577.70. Investment account, $2,649,009.31. Petty cash account of $1,000, leaves us total cash $5,672,849.28. Anticipated cash position, $6,887,547. Current year budgeted surplus of $936,627.93. Less balance appropriations of $1,100,000, leaves us with expected cash and investments on hand, 6/30/2024 of $6,724,174.93, less the investment account of $2,649,009.31, leaves us with expected cash available 6/30/2024, $4,075,165.62. U.S. bank accounts, bond fund, and $7,591.76. Debt service reserve fund of $1,794,044.97. Leaves us a total bond proceeds at U.S. Bank of $2,001,636.73. Questions on the December surplus and cash report? All right, that's all that I have.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Item 6B on the agenda is Head of School Report.
Good evening, everyone. The first report I have for you is the compliance submission report. So for the Office of Charter Schools, we uploaded to Epicenter our lottery application, our annual charter school audit, our board meeting schedule, and the board admissions and enrollment policy. Those were all uploaded around 11/28. For our bond loans, we uploaded to Emma our annual operating data and liquidity covenant calculations on 11/29. Next, our enrollment. So this is dated 12/20, just to kind of round out the year. We had 1,918 students total, 669 in elementary K4, 648 in middle school, that's 5 through 8, and 601 students in high school, 9-12. We had a few withdrawals. We had mostly people moving. The next report I have is the personnel report that needs to be approved. So we did hire a second grade teacher. Her name is Jennifer Crooks. We have a second grade teacher assistant also, Amber Brunick, as well as a kindergarten teacher assistant, Allison Hogan. And we have a new elementary registrar, Mandy Klein. She used to be one of our teacher assistants. So I just need that approved.
Any questions about the personnel report?
Make a motion to approve the personnel report.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion is unanimous.
You want to talk about the calendar? Okay. Next, we have the academic calendar for the 2024-25 school year, and Ms. Wilson will give you a little overview.
So the calendar that I have put together for next year is very similar to the Gaston County Schools calendar. First day of school is the same, last day of school is the same. Our breaks are all pretty much the same. I think the only difference is we've got a half teacher workday in September. But other than that, it's very similar. There are 171 full days and 4 half days for a total instructional hours of 1,038. And the requirement by the state is 1,025. So that gives us 13 extra hours in the event of inclement weather. We've also got some inclement weather makeup days scheduled as well. So it's very similar to the one we have this year as well.
Any questions? Okay, and that will need to be approved.
Any questions or a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the Piedmont Community Charter academic year calendar for 2024-2025.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion's unanimous.
All right, the last thing we have is the school performance grade data, and Mrs. Hufstetler is going to review that. So we're going to bring down the screen, so we will all need to go sit down here for her to go over that for us.
So we will.
Good evening, Piedmont Board, Ms. Killen, directors, and guests. Tonight, I'm going to present the school performance grade for the 22-23 school year. The North Carolina Department of Public Instruction's model that is used to determine the school performance grades is made up of both growth and proficiency components. 20% of the school's performance grade is based on growth. Growth compares the actual performance of an individual student to their expected performance, which is based on their prior testing history through either the GAIN or the predictive model. The remaining 80% of the school performance grade is based on proficiency. This compares students to a standard. The achievement score means students have met the target. Here you will see the reading end of grade proficiency. In the first column, we have elementary, grades 3 through 4. The second column is middle school, 5 through 8. And then the last column is grades 3 through 8 together. So you can see those proficiencies there. We're starting with that. That's the 80% component. We then have the math end of grade proficiency. Again, grades 3 through 4 in the first column, grades 5 through 8 in the second column, and then we have cumulative, the grades 3 through 8 in the last column. We have our end of grade science for grades 5 and 8. Grade 5 is the first column. Grade 8 is the second column. So those are the proficiencies there for science. And then we have our high school end of course proficiency. And you have your Math 3, Math 1, English 2, and you have biology for the year of 22-23. We now go into the growth component of the end of grade or for the school performance grade. Here you will see the EOG reading using the GAIN model, and that's grades 3 through 7. And then you have the EOG reading for grade 8, which is the predictive model. So the GAIN model, just so if you're wondering what that is, the GAIN model is where the test is given in consecutive grades, such as your EOG, you're comparing grade 3 to grade 4 to grade 5, grade 5 to grade 6. So it measures 2 points in time. The predictive model is used when a test is given in non-consecutive grades. And this is, for instance, like especially in high school, when you have kind of a gap in between, but they also use that for the EOG reading and math for 8th grade. So this is the math grade, grades 4 through 8. This is the growth for them. You can see if we met, we did not meet, or if we exceeded growth. Again, you can see the GAIN model and the predictive model there. And then here we have the high school growth, where you can see the biology, the end of course testing, the English 2, the Math 1, the Math 3, and then the Math 3 school accountability growth. And what that means is not all students are in the school performance grade in Math 3. It's only the students who took Math 1 in the 8th grade. So you can see every student and where their growth was, and then you can see the students who took the Math 1 in the 8th grade as the school accountability growth. They are counted in that. And then one thing that we are very excited about is we had a 100% graduation rate in 22-23. Very difficult, but we had it. So here I put together where you can kind of see where we have our proficiency on the left-hand side. So you take the denominator, the number of students that tested, and then the numerator, the number of students who scored a level 3, 4, or 5. And then you multiply that by 80%, and you get 51.81. And on the right side, you have the growth score. And we had a growth score of 68. You multiply that by 20%, you get 13.6. So you add the 51.81 and the 13.6, and you get the total school performance grade of 65.41, which falls within the C category. And you can see that in the far left-hand side where the A, B, C, D, and F are made up, where those numbers come from. Does anybody have any questions? Thank you very much.
Ms. Hupsteller, thank you for sharing that information.
All right, for the calendar, of course, we just celebrated and the school was closed for the Martin Luther King holiday. On January 29th, it will be the 100th day of school, and elementary makes a big deal out of that. I look forward to that every year. February 13th will be our parent interest meeting here at the high school at 6 o'clock. February 19th is President's Day, and February 20th will be our next board meeting.
Thank you. Item 6C on the agenda is the Enrichment Committee.
No report from Enrichment Committee this month.
Thank you. Item 6D, Athletic Committee.
No report?
What'd you guys do, spend time with your family?
Yes, sir.
Item 6E, Facilities Committee report. No report. Item 6F, Governance Committee. No report. Are there any other questions or discussions?
I do have one last thing. I sent you an email, but forgot to write it down for tonight. So March 27th will be our charter renewal visit with the Office of Charter Schools, and it is virtual because we do perform higher than Gaston County school system. So we'll have a committee of board members. You'll be able to log on virtually from, where you work or you're at home. We don't have to convene here together at the school. So I already sent you the agenda, so I look forward to that visit.
What's the date again? March 27th.
March 27th.
All right, thank you. With that, our next board meeting will be February 20th, 2024, as Ms. Killen just described, and we'll stand adjourned.